Good morning on this Faithful Friday morning. Welcome to the Love Morning Show. I'm your host, JB Lee, and what a good morning it is. Wake on up, get your day started, knowing that God has made the heavens and the earth and everything in the universe. He loves us all this Faithful Friday morning. In the words of James Brown, wake on up, wake on up. Get on the scene in Jesus' name. Wake on up this morning. And I'm telling you, God is good. Listen, I'm a little hoarse. I've been dealing with this all week, but it's all right. It's all right. And because God is still good. Listen, I hope everybody has had a good week. Today is Friday, y'all. It is Friday. Good morning, Wanda. Good morning, Josephine. I hope everybody has had a good week. I thank God that He loves us. Good morning, Joe Cam. And I'm just so, good morning, Eleanor. So I'm just so grateful. Good morning, Crystal Evans Collins. I'm just so grateful that God is who He says He is. Come on, somebody. I'm so grateful that He loves us. I'm so grateful that He just gave everything for our lives. He just done it. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful. And I'm thankful. I hope everybody has had a good week. Man, I'm telling you, cannot beat God's giving. I don't care how hard you try. His love is so great. His love is so unconditional. Come on, somebody. That's just who He is. Listen, God says that we are blessed. Not maybe not, could be not, should be not, gonna be. He says we are. God says that we are healed. Not maybe not, could be not, should be not, gonna be. He says we are. Then He says that we are more than conquerors. Now, maybe not, could be not, should be not, gonna be. He says that we are. Listen, everything He says about us is true. Lord have mercy. Then He says, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. Come on here, somebody. You know how you meet people sometime, you or you get in a relationship with somebody, or you go into college and you know, and you say, oh, we gonna be friends for life. That sounds good, but life happens, and that person move on, and you move on. But God said, I'm not moving on. Come on, somebody. He said, I'm gonna be with you always. You know how sometimes you tell somebody, say, you know, we're gonna go out tonight, and you tell them, say, well, look, don't leave me. And you look around, you the only one like that. You waiting. You hear that last song, by Frankie Beverly. What is it? Something about Let Go. I can't think of the name of the song. But you hear that last song, you know it's time to leave her and your ride gone. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. They done left you. Good morning, Londa. Before I let go, that was Nima. before I let go. You go to the club with them, say, all right, now we gonna leave certain time, and they say okay. They say okay, yeah, we gonna leave a certain time, when and everybody at the club jamming, and you looking for your ride that's supposed to be giving you a ride home, and you wait and you wait, and then when you hear Frankie, Beverly, and Mays, before I let go, and they done gone. Man, that's a horrible feeling. But God said, I'll never leave you nor forsake you. He said, I'm not going to lose my grip on you. I'm not going to let you out of my hand. I'm not going to let you out of my sight. I'm going to always be here with you. Always. All right. Man, everything he says about us is true. Listen, all that other stuff people say, listen, everything God says about us is true. Everything. Listen, if you didn't get a chance, you did not get a chance. We had our Bible study last night, every Thursday night. If nothing don't happen, we'll have our Bible study. And we had a tremendously good time. You get a chance to go back and watch it, listen at it on YouTube. You can go listen at it on the Love Morning page, YouTube. You can go back and listen at it on Facebook page, my page, or the Love Morning Show page, on Twitch. Yeah. And while I'm at that, you can follow us. You can follow us on this platform. We are live every morning, Monday through Friday, on Facebook page, the Love Morning Show page, the YouTube page. It is all one word on YouTube. It's all one word on YouTube, The Love Morning Show. You can also follow us on Daily Motion, all one word, The Love Morning Show. You can also follow us on Twitch, The Love Morning Show, one word. There's another one. Oh, you can also follow us on Instagram by 7:30. The Love Morning Show. Everything is The Love Morning Show, one word. And you can follow us on podcasts. You can find us on all your podcasts: Amazon Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio Podcasts, any podcast platforms. You can follow us by 7:30 every morning, Monday through Friday. You can listen at the Love Morning Show while you're traveling, while you working, while you working out, doing things around the house. You can pop the Love Morning Show on, and voila, there we go. So, we try to be available to where everybody can find us at any given time. All right. So, like I said, Ella and I, we've been dealing with this whatever we got going on here, and but it's better. It's a lot better. And last night my voice is about gone from on Bible study, but it's all good in the neighborhood. Man, I hope everybody's doing well. Hope everybody's looking forward to a good weekend. It's a little bit warmer here than what it's normally been in the last few weeks in the eastern part of North Kakalaki. I am glad about it. I'd rather have the summer any day than the winter. I'd rather have the summer. My brother-in-law said, and he was right about it. He said, you can get cool. He said, but that cold hurts. Oh, I know it'd be hot. But man, that cold is something else to deal with when it's in the 20s and stuff, and your body just ain't. We're not really used to that. So, man, I'll be glad to see some spring weather pop in here. All right. Anyway, let's get on down to our topic for today. Our topic for today, y'all, we got a good one. Our topic for today is time alone with God. This is our topic for today. Time alone with God. I'm going to say one more again. Good morning, Larry Galloway. Time alone with God. See, there is something extraordinary. I don't care how you bake it, how you shake it. There's something extraordinary. I'm looking up something on my phone while we're talking. There's something extraordinary about spending time alone with God. Because see, when you spend time alone with God, you're not really worried about all the other stuff going on around you. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people say, well, I want to spend time with God. Some people say they're spending time with God, and you can. You can spend time with God in a church environment. You can. But sometimes in church, man, sometimes it be too distracted. Sometimes, and I like to spend time. I like to be in either in my car or in my house by myself, with no TV on, no music on, just me and God, where I can hear his voice. That's the kind of alone time I'm talking about. Because some people say, well, I want to have some music. There's nothing wrong with that sometimes. But sometimes the music can be a distraction because you hear the music more than you hearing God. Uh-oh. And I found out, just talking about me, I found out that the more time I spend alone with God, and I'm talking about letting him talk, not me doing all the talking. The more time I spend alone with him, letting him do the talking, is the more understanding I get about his love for me. I'm talking to me and somebody. See, time alone with God is so important. And I know that there's probably been a lot of people that listen at me and have listened and sometimes listen, and some people might think I'm anti-church. I've never been anti-church in my whole life. I've been in church all my whole life. But what I am is anti-foolishness. All the made-up stuff. I'm anti that. Somebody said, well, you anti. I'm anti-foolishness. Good morning, Carla. I love spending time with God. I love church. But when church becomes a distraction, I can't do it when it becomes a distraction. So I'm not anti-church. I'm just anti-foolishness. But when you spend time alone with God, just you and him, having a conversation. I said it the other day. I talk with God about everything. And the reason I talk with him about everything, because he knows everything. And when I spend time alone with him, and just me and God, I don't have to try to make up words or try to soothe things over. I give it to him straight. Like them people used to say, straight with no chaser. Good morning, McClammon. Because I'm spending time with him. And he already know my heart, but he wants to hear my heart. And then I want to hear his heart towards me. And time alone with God is very essential to our relationship. Come on, somebody. I put it this way. Larry said, 100% no chaser. I put it to you this way. Those of you that are married or have been married, or that's got a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you don't want to spend time with them always with somebody else. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. You don't want every day. You want to spend time. You got, you work. Good morning, Rosa. You work during the week, or you work on the weekend, or whenever. Any of your time off, when your significant other or whoever, you want to spend some time with them alone. I'm talking to me and somebody. You don't always, every time you get ready to spend time with them, somebody else is there. And you can't even have a conversation. It's even down to the point where you say we're going to go out to dinner. Me and my spouse going to go out to dinner. And then you get there to have dinner with them by yourself. You sitting in your little booth in the back in the corner where nobody can't bother you. And you're just having a nice conversation about dinner. And then here come two friends from your job or their job. Oh, I didn't know y'all was going to be here. Yeah. Can we join y'all? Absolutely not. We come to spend time alone. And that's just, listen, it should be more intense with God than that. You don't want nobody affecting your time alone with God. Uh-oh, I'm talking to me and somebody. You don't want nobody crashing on your time alone with God. You don't want no distractions in your time alone with God. Because your time alone with God is very important. It's very essential. It is very necessary. You don't want nobody impeding on that. This is my time alone with God. See, you can set you can set aside time in your life, in your day, in your week, in your month, in your year. You should set. There's days when I get up and I have these plans, and I be walking around in the house and get ready to try to execute some of my plans. And I say, well, you know what? Wait a minute. I need to spend some time with God. Or God will, I'm here, doing what I normally do. And God said, let's spend some time together. And I go around, cut off everything that's going to be a distraction. Turn my phone down, put it down, and spend time with Him. Because who is more important? I can't think of nobody that's more important than God. Come on, I'm talking to me and somebody. I've made it my understanding that nobody is more important than Him. So I'm going to make time. A lot of people say, well, I find the time. No, I'm going to make time to spend time with the God who made the heavens and the earth and everything in the universe. I'm going to make that time. Yes, Wallace, it really makes a difference spending time with God. It does. It really makes a difference. See, there are times when things you already been through in life, sometimes those things pop back up in your head. Sometimes you have a flashback of your memory, and you say, I remember that. And then God said, come on, let's spend some time together. Let's soothe this out in your thinking. Let's make, come on. Let's get this right in you. And it's only Him that can do it. And it happens through you spending time with Him. See, there's answers that He has that nobody else has. And the only way you can get those answers is spending time with Him. I'm going to say that one more again. See, there's some answers that you and I need that only He has. And the only way to get those answers is spending time with Him. Oh, Lord, I'm talking to me and somebody. Come on. It's very essential. It's important. It should be at the top of all of our lists. Spending time alone with God, where He can restore us. Come on, somebody. Let's make it our priority. The rest of this year. Don't get caught up in. Listen, every time you about to get caught up in this political craziness, this foolishness, whatever it is. Every time you be tempted to get caught up in that, take that time and spend some time alone with God. Because at the end of the day, He's at the end of the day, at the beginning of the day, He is our source. Come on. He the only one brings us some sanity. In an evil and perverse world, He's the only one that's keeping us. So make some time. Listen, let's make it a declaration in our lives to make time, not find time. Because see, people say find time. If you're living, there is time. You don't have to find it. If you breathe in, there is time. You don't have to find it. So the equation should be make time. Take advantage of that time. Make some time out your day to spend time with God. The only one that has all of our answers. The only one that can heal us from situations. The only one that can get us out of things we got ourselves in. The only one that loves us unconditionally. The only one that is there for us all the time. Make the time to spend the time with him. All right, that's our topic for today. Time alone with God. It's so essential. It's so important. Make the time to spend time alone with God. Let's do that. Let's do that. All right. That's our topic for today. Let's get on down to our lunch menu. Our lunch menu for today is wild meat stew. That's our lunch menu for today. Wild meat stew. Now I'm gonna tell you how we fix this. You know how most people, they fix their beef stew. They put carrots and potatoes, and some people put celery in it. You know, stuff like that. That's the beef stew, and it's good. But today we having wild meat stew. We ain't having no domestic, cow and all that kind of stuff. We having wild meat. I'm talking straight out the woods. Ain't never been in no pen. Ain't never been nowhere, near being domesticated. But Clement said, no, not today. It's wild meat stew. Listen, you can have one kind. You can have deer if you like that. But see, I've been eating venison all my life. I think I want me some warthog. And with that, I want me some wild turkey in there. See, I'm talking about wild meat. I want me some rabbit in there. I want me a mixture of things in my pot. I want some wild hog, some wild turkey. I want me some raccoon. See, I want it all in there mixed together. I want some rabbit. I want some squirrel. See, I want these squirrels over here in town, because a lot of these squirrels on town, they've been domesticated. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that. Rosa said, no, Jeff, not today. Lana said, no lunch, not today. Colin said, no way. Said, I want these squirrels over here in town, they've been domesticated. They done found something out. Everybody feeding them, they jumping around, coming right on up and getting on your shoe. I don't want them. They're not wild. They're not wild at all. I want the ones that's back way in the woods, back in the green swamp, and these other places. I want them. They ain't never seen a human in their life, some of them. I want the wild meat. That's our lunch menu for today. Wild meat stew. Gallup says, and no, just deer. All right. We got a church announcement. This comes from the front office of the church. And I think it was directed at me. Good morning, Jerry. McClammy said, looks like you'll be eating alone. This is from the front office of the church, and I believe it was directed right at me. And I didn't get upset about it, but they made the announcement because I was chewing some gum in church last week. I was chewing some gum, and I didn't realize it. And some people told me, say, man, you wearing that gum out. Lana said squirrels at her house, they her friends out. She feed them. I want them. They not wild. They domesticated. You might well let them in the house. So I was chewing the gum, and people said, man, you wearing that gum out. So I knew this was directed at me, but I didn't get upset. So they come out with this memo. no fast chewing. Good morning, Deacon Lamb. No fast chewing during church service. If you're going to have some gum, the memo says no fast chewing during church service. And they narrowed it down. Alan said, you eat it all. Have a great lunch. They said no fast chewing during church service. And they narrowed it down to one chew every 10 seconds. One chew every 10 seconds. That's going to equal out to 6 chews in a minute. So they say no fast chewing, because I was chewing pretty fast. So if you're going to chew gum, they said 10, you got one chew every 10 seconds. Just one chew. You hold it. Don't let go. And you count. After you close down, you count for 10 seconds. Then you chew again for 10 more seconds. Galloway said, was you popping? Yeah, I was popping. So they come from, they said, listen, we got to quit all that chewing is distracting. Come on. They said, you listen, get it together. If you cannot chew gum with these rules and regulations, just don't do it at all. Just get you a piece of candy. And they put something in there about this candy. They want you to now to get candy with a paper wrapper, not that plastic, because that make too much noise. They say it would be good if people could get that candy that don't have that plastic wrapper on it, because that make noise. That's just as worse as chewing. You everything's silent, all you hear. And then after they make all that noise, then they try to ease that peppermint in their mouth with 2 fingers. We done caught you. We know who you are. You standing out now. And they said it would be good if people could get those Mentos. Carol said, I chew like you and Papa. They said it would be good. The memo said it would be good if people could get those Mentos. But the only thing that they scared about those Mentos is they tried that before. And Sister Janice, her top lower teeth come out because the Mentos, they stick to the roof of your mouth and to your teeth. And hers came out. And the little boy had to go get them from up under the seat because she couldn't bend down and get them. He got her teeth up. And that was a whole distraction because that little boy went off. He went off like a rocket. He was laughing so hard. It messed up the whole service. So the Mentos is out. But the only chew every 10 seconds and use wrappers that don't have that plastic on it. All right, that's our announcements from the front office of the church. Lana said, well, what about the food they eat in church? They cutting out nabs too. They coming out with that. They cutting out them church nabs. They sick of that. They sick of them crumbs. They got ants in the church. They said these nabs got to go. They coming out with a memo. They'll have that one probably next week sometime. All right. That's our church announcements. All right. Listen. Every day we say something good about our day because it matters what you say about your day, because life and death is in the power of your tongue. So we say it every day. Today is a blessed day. A day full of love because God, you are love. A day full of grace, a day full of mercy, a day full of joy, a day full of health, a day full of prosperity, a day full of all of who you are, God, because you are our everything. Listen, go have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful weekend. Stay blessed. God love you. He wants the best for your life. Enjoy life. Come on, somebody. Love on yourself. Love on somebody. Pray for yourself. Pray for somebody. But don't let nobody mess up your day, not even yourself. Remember, God loves you. Spend some time alone with God. Come on, somebody. He loves you just that much. He wants you to spend some time with him by yourself. All right, just you and him. All right, listen, God loves you. We love you too. Have a wonderful weekend. We love you. Hit the Love Morning